friends?
Friends you can
How
depend.
many of us have them? Friends.
My stomach making noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. We on a public therapy podcast. We on a public therapy podcast. We on a public therapy podcast. Use a whore.
Whore.
Good morning, whore.
And this is what we deal with. These are the two Chris's.
No cap.
God.
All right. So this is another episode of the Public Therapy Podcast with your host, Chris.
And Ray.
Okay. So we got the Alexanders with us. Y'all probably haven't, well, I know y'all haven't seen them on our podcast before, but y'all have heard them on our podcast before. I don't remember what episode it was on.
No cap.
Yep. No cap. You know the vibes.
Like number 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just playing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Shit, what?
Let's say, okay. So yeah, y'all have been on the podcast, what, 2 times now? This is the 3rd time?
This is the 2nd time for me. The first time. Oh, no.
The
Because
third
we
time,
did-
for
Third time
you,
for me, the second time for
me,
Jaquel.
Because
Okay.
I was asleep.
She was
Oh, yeah,
sleeping
you
in
went to the
Alicante.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Alicante. Okay.
Mhm.
So, cool. So, obviously the Alexanders are here with us in England. They trying to feel the vibes of England.
You know the vibes.
Yeah. So they might be, or y'all might, or y'all will be moving out here.
No, we will.
Y'all will? Okay.
Don't tell them too much, though.
Yeah.
I don't want all them spirits trying to work against us.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
tell them too much.
Yep. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
I know.
They don't know these vibes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. How y'all liking England so far?
Woo!
Different.
Cold.
He said,
I
yeah.
think Yeah, it is. It is a little bit colder than Germany is right now, and
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was
And I
in
think-
the 50s before we left.
Mm-hmm. And then we're not really driving, so that's always weird.
Mm.
Like when you go visit somebody and they got the whip and all of that stuff, like it's a different like feeling than when you're like, you know, in a hotel taking the little e-scooters downtown.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different, because you like, man, let me hurry up. Let me not BS and lay in the bed all day because it's 2 other people at their house that are waiting for us. So,
Right.
again, if we haven't told y'all, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. Many
yeah.
thanks.
For sure.
Real ones. Y'all some real ones for hosting us like this.
Yeah, y'all family.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, though? I thought about that. Usually they're, like, literally the earliest people when we're traveling. We stay in a hotel. And, like, we've been starting the day, like, super late. I was just surprised.
Yeah.
We actually don't start the day late, though.
Well,
We get
We get out the house late.
we get out the house late.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're up, but we just kind of like we take
Just
our time. You know?
chilling.
Yeah.
yeah, our first trip out of a city center. But I enjoyed it. Got a lot of rest. Thank you, guys.
Oh, you mean like your first trip, like not around like tourist attractions and stuff like that? Okay. I mean, we did go to London, but not.
We weren't staying right in the
Yeah,
middle
it's like-
of all that.
Yeah. Yeah, London's different. London's different. Well, England in general is different.
It was dope. I enjoyed London. Camden that's in London too, right?
Yeah, the Camden Market we went to.
Okay, that was dope. I think, for me at least, when it comes to the big cities, that's my area. I like that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think the city is bustling. Like, it's a lot going on. I don't think you can, be bored. So
Right.
that was cool.
Yeah, we did Cambridge yesterday. We didn't really do too much in Cambridge though.
Yeah, Cambridge seems like where you take your grandmother just so she can say, like, I went to England with my grandson and we went out to Cambridge and had a great time.
Yeah, Cambridge is cool. I think it's better to go in the summertime because you'll be a little bit more comfortable with staying outside and looking at more things out there at Cambridge and stuff. So I think because it's cold outside, we're trying to figure out what we can do inside. And really, the only thing they can really do inside is shop and eat.
Facts.
So.
I did think it was funny how, like, when you're in Venice, the guys with the gondolas, like with the striped polo shirts, and then the guys that were doing the boats last night just like dressed in regular like 511s
Yeah.
and flannel or plaid shirts.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I thought
he had on like a jumpsuit. One of them.
Yeah, it definitely was weird. They like some fishermen that are like off season, just trying to get a little extra cash.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them boys, man. If y'all ever tune in.
What?
What? You never know, man. Speak those things into existence.
Yeah. Anyways, me and Raven are really enjoying y'all's company because it's a 3-day weekend for us. So we didn't have any plans to do anything this weekend. So we would have just been chilling, like going to the gym, eating healthier. Because we definitely been eating whatever. We've been eating all kind of bullshit this weekend. Not necessarily bullshit, but definitely not sticking to a diet plan. So my coach is gonna be a little upset this next check-in. But whatever, you know the vibes. You know, no cap. So is there anything that y'all want to talk about? Like any particular topics or anything?
I mean, you know how it is when we just get around each other. We just start talking. I know me and you, we always have like some thought-provoking conversations, but they can tune in to that later.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Can I say what I want up here? Let's do that.
Yeah,
so it don't be weird. Horse.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Didn't expect that one.
So I just wanted to get that out. But what?
This is what I deal with.
I asked y'all. If you said I can say what I want.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You say you deal with this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't he's not putting on a show.
I don't think that's possible for him.
Yeah, I don't see you putting on a show for anybody, Chris. Why are you like this?
I hate it.
Why are you like this, Chris?
I think the biggest thing is you adjusting it to my mouth.
Yeah.
So you can
talk.
Yeah.
Hey.
He
All
said
right,
speaking to
let
my
it
mic.
go.
Check the mic.
Let it go.
Check the mic.
Let it go.
He said speaking to my mic.
No, I think the one thing is like I tell Jaquel all the time, like growing up, I was doing a lot of trying to assimilate myself in other people's like circles and stuff. So as I got older, you know what I'm saying, when you start to understand who you are, it's just some stuff you're gonna deal with, some stuff you're not. So at this point in my life, I'm 34. I don't give a damn if you like me, if you think I'm too loud, I joke too much, I'm too serious.
Right.
Give a damn what you think.
So you would say you're in your own way now. Like you are who you are, pretty much. You ain't changed.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, because you said I am in my own way. Like I'm in my way.
Yeah,
like if there's a path, I'm in my way, and that's why I can't go for it.
He should have said like
you're
stuck in your ways. Like I'm not gonna change.
Stubborn.
Yeah, stubborn.
Stubborn with but cognizant. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cognizant of like what I do, and I never try to like impede on somebody else. Like being here with y'all, I know there's a certain, like in these past couple of days, I know there's a certain way that Ray like to do something. It's a certain way that you like to do something. Like you wanted to go to the gym at a certain time, right? Mm-hmm. I got my ass up and made sure I was prepared the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? A phone and some headphones, right? To make sure that you was good. Yeah. And though I necessarily would do it a different way, I didn't try to impose that on you because I'm at your house and your spot, and I just want to just kick it with y'all. So,
what is your way of doing it? I'm curious.
So, I wake up at 4:30,
okay.
And this is Monday through Friday, and get up, go sit on the toilet, waste time.
Wake up in the morning, take a shit, and wipe my hands. How's that song go?
Wake up in the morning, take a shit, and wipe my hands. No motherfucker. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, you're going to have to pay for that licensing now.
Nah, I'm good.
Licensing. What is licensing?
That's
I don't know what that is.
Licensing.
Licensing is whenever little kids going around with lice in their hair and they throw it in there.
And they throw it. Licensing.
Yeah, that's what we used to call licensing.
That's an epidemic going on in the city right now. Yeah. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, they out there doing licensing drive-bys.
If they listening.
If they listening. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, licensing drive-bys.
No, so
you already know what that means.
Getting up.
That's the episode. That's the name of this episode.
Licensing.
Licensing drive-bys.
Licensing drive-bys. So, no, getting up, wasting time, then realizing by the time Jaquel's up and she give me the ugly face, like I really don't want to go, but I'm going because, you know, that was our plan for this year. But then I probably get like a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do like 8 ounces of black coffee. Put a little bit of cream in there, a little bit of honey for taste, because you know you got your cream of.
You put honey in your coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't try that.
Yeah. Somebody, you know how you go to different places, be around different folks, and they give you little tips and stuff. And that was one of the tips somebody gave me, and it actually works because I don't like the way, like, pre-workout feels. I don't like. Boy, I had a bang one day, and Lord, you would have thought I took like. Lord.
So you're caffeine sensitive. You very caffeine sensitive.
Nah, I'm not.
No.
I've always been like, I've been with the shits when it come to like caffeine, like Red Bulls, Monsters, any type of energy drink, coffees, all of that stuff, double espressos. Like I'm always getting 3 shots in all of my drinks, but the bang, it was just over the top. And if you don't eat, so like, stomach. Yeah, you eat before you work out. Mm-hmm. I don't.
Oh, okay.
So like I just wake up and be like, I'm gonna drink a bang, and then next thing you know, I'm in the gym about to pass out because I don't have nothing on my stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's my bro science. Shout out to those guys out there too.
Bro science folks.
In case they listening.
Oh, they are. We got all these listeners, and you never know. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So our last episode, me and Raven talked about some of our goals for 2020. So, what are some of your goals? Do you have like goals together? Do you have like your own?
We definitely have individual goals and couple goals. Okay. Jaquel can touch on the couple goals. She's the one that kind of like
drives that.
Bottom up.
I don't say you drive it, but like you definitely have a influence on it. Yeah, I don't.
I drive the boat.
You drive the boat. Okay.
For 2020, we are moving.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No.
Okay, we are moving.
Okay.
And I want to be financially
stable.
No, we are financially
secure.
I want to be I want to embrace
free
financial freedom. And I am an aggressive person when it comes to that. I just want us to be in a very different place once we leave this next place.
Okay.
So that is one of the goals for couples. I think for individuals, like fitness anyway, but fitness, self-care. Mm-hmm. Want to tap into that seriously. Skincare.
Okay.
Ray's helping me out with that.
With skincare?
Yeah, I don't take a lot of time for self-care. I just dive into work, and I don't want to dive into work in this next place.
You're real nurturing, right? Like you're the nurturer. Mm-hmm. So yeah, usually people that are very nurturing I don't even want to put. I was gonna say 80% into the people and only 20% to themselves. So yeah. You definitely gotta take care of yourself.
Something as simple as taking the time to moisturize or something after, in the mornings after shower or whatever. You move so quick and you just I'm just gonna do this really quick. I want to take my time and I want to have some coffee and I want to sit in front of the TV or listen to something and give myself that time because I don't ever do that. So
yeah, and that's different with. Because remember whenever we were growing
Chris
up,
over there looking like a proud husband, yeah, babe, treat yourself.
When we were growing up, but not growing up, but the old ways, the way that we think now is what people used to call selfish. Mm-hmm. And now that you're getting older, or at least for me, I'm speaking for self. Now that I'm getting older, you need to be selfish. You got to take care of yourself. Selfish is a good thing, depending on how you look at it. Obviously, being selfish and to where you don't care about anybody else that's around you. That's the different definition of selfish. Yes. But you do have to take care of yourself. The whole that gas mask metaphor, or the air mask metaphor about the plane. You got to make sure you put your own face mask on before you help somebody else.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're good first, because if you're not good, you're trying to make sure somebody else is good, you might be bringing down that person right next to you without even knowing.
I know.
So that's good. Yeah, that's good that you, because I can tell just based off the conversation that we hear that you have with some people that you work with and stuff, that you definitely take care of them. And whenever you talk about some of those things that goes on at work, I can tell that it might be kind of mentally draining sometimes.
Oh yeah. So
you definitely got to take a couple steps back and look at yourself and take care of yourself, because and I'm not talking about just you, but a lot of times those kind of people aren't even worried about you anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
So the financially freedom thing, or you want to be financially free?
Yeah.
And when you say financially free, are you trying to say you don't want to have any debt or any kind of revolving debt?
Yeah, like very minimal.
Okay.
Like if I can help it, and I already have a plan, and it's one that complements Mr. Chris's indulgence.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah. So he can still do what he wants to do, and then we can still pay things off and save money. Yeah. So I compromised very well there. Okay. He hasn't seen the final product yet, but it's looking really nice.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So y'all's couple goals is more so in a financial stance, and then your individual goals is to take care of yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
So she didn't even say nothing about, like, we talked about working out too. Like,
oh yeah, the fitness, yeah.
Definitely the fitness goals, and then she said that she wanted to try out the actual vegan lifestyle. Okay. While we were out here this next year, instead of like the vegetarian thing, like actually raw vegan.
Okay.
The only thing that kind of gets in the way with that for me is the fact that everything has to be pretty much home cooked, because you I get like eating out, they have more options now, but like if we're trying to save money, that kind of like
so not raw
negates vegan. But vegan. I would like to experiment just to see like how my body responds and what type of results I can get within the next year. But I also said that within this next year, I wasn't going to be like bogged down, like cooking and cleaning every day and every night, because I have plans and goals as well. Mm-hmm. And not like when I do that, I get stressed out because I'm working, then I come home to cook, to clean. And it's like, oh man. Like,
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And then that's where that time for myself kind of like dissipates. So.
Okay. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, the whole fitness thing. So what have y'all noticed? Not that y'all weren't like in the gym or anything like that. Not that y'all weren't in there at all. But have y'all noticed like any differences in the way that you all respond to each other, and the way that you all like is the fitness thing kind of like a team building thing too? When y'all in the gym, because y'all work out together, right? Or do y'all just go to the gym together?
We work out together. Okay. I think we've grown from when we originally started like experimenting with working out together years ago. Okay. Like, we still have some little tense moments in there, and now I understand with him, he has to, like, take weight off and then wait on me to do my thing, and then he has to put it back on. And I think of it like, okay, we're getting through the workout. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but he's somewhere else in his head, and he has to, like, come back from that to focus on me. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like, geez, Jaquel, you can't lift 60 pounds? Like, oh, my God. So it can get a little tense, but once he sees that I'm pushing myself and I'm not just in there just to say I'm in there, I think I see him like he feels proud, and he like steps away like, okay, she at least came, because that wasn't my thing. Yeah. Like, I would go on my own, but it was never like consistent. So, yeah.
Okay. So, Chris, what are your individual goals?
Definitely the first one is working on my editing. I want to get to the point where my editing is it's pretty good right now, but I want to get to the point where I can incorporate all of the suite that I use, because I have the Adobe suite, and like I have like Lightroom, Photoshop.
And for those that don't know what he's talking about photography.
Oh, yeah.
He's a photographer.
Follow me at tylervisionphotography.
Yeah.
tylervisionphotography, common spelling. Shout out to that guy too.
If he listening.
TYLER.
If he out there listening.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, but getting into editing pictures more, and then the situation that we gonna be in later this year, it's not gonna be a lot of travel. So portraits, getting some studio lights, trying to work with that, understanding how light works in general in photography, and then the next thing would be the podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
trying to set up my own podcast because I've always, when I did music, my whole thing was I have a voice, right? So like I always wanted to be heard since like a little kid. So my thing was, let me do my studying, and then making sure I'm right for the people, and then by the time I present what I present to the people, like I'm good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Boy over here like he Timberland or something.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you click on that? Like minimize the video. Okay, just click on that. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, I had to make sure something was going right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and when you start photography, you started like less than 2 years ago now, right? Or is it?
It's been a year.
It's been a year.
I think November of last year was a year.
Yeah. So November of last year. You mean November 2018?
November of 2019 was a year.
That can't be.
Yes, it was. November 2018 is when I started.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. So we on a. That's a.
I was on the same page with you.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's 2020.
He hit a year.
So November.
I thought
2019.
I thought you meant you started like 2019.
Yeah,
No.
it sounded like you said November 19 was the year.
Was a year.
Yeah,
well,
was
if
the
now
year
hearing you say that, that's exactly what I asked.
Mm-hmm.
So then because you just okay.
Boy, what is y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Man.
So, anyways, what I was gonna say. So I've like not that I'm sitting there watching you like I took you under my wing or anything like that, but I've seen you grown. I would even say that you grown past me in the quality of the photos that you're putting out. But you like that whole landscape photography type stuff anyway. I was never a really big fan of it. I'm a fan of it, but I don't like taking that kind of work. I'm more into like portraits and stuff. Because it deals with like editing and stuff like that. So you've definitely, I would consider you a great photographer. Obviously, you're always going to have a lot of work to do.
Photography is not like, picking up Instagram and you got it, you figured it out, right? Photography is a huge world, and daily I learn something. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember Nas had this phrase before. He was just saying like, life is a contradiction, so don't judge me off of what I said last year. Like, don't judge me off of my pictures, my photographs of last year. I'm always gonna see something different. I'm always gonna learn something different. And right now, I think the number one thing when it comes to landscape is like, they don't talk back. Buildings don't talk back.
Right.
Trees don't talk back. So I don't have to hear, oh, I wish you would have did this with my face, or why do I look like this? And it's like, fuck out of here, man. Like, it's easier for me to tell a story, because I remember I used to, Jaquel could tell you, like, I want to take a picture in front of whatever landscape, you know what I'm saying, wherever I go. And now you can see, like, on my photography page, there's no pictures of me whatsoever, unless it's probably like just my display. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the pictures to speak for themselves. Like, wherever we go, you like, okay, it's not, it probably started out as the cliche pictures, but now it's literally telling the story of where I am, because, it might not speak to the people that's in our lifestyle that get to travel all over the world, but for the cats that grew up like me that never would have seen themselves in these type of situations, like, I think that's dope for them to see that and be inspired. And I get the DMs from, you know, family and close friends when they like, man, just keep doing what you're doing. And it's like, this, I ain't trying to like put on. I'm really like, I'm happy, blessed, and taking pictures is just another way for me to express, you know, how I feel.
Yeah. It's very therapeutic too.
Yes.
And they say people that get into photography, all the stuff that you have to memorize and stuff like that, they're trying to teach older people photography too, like people that have Alzheimer's and stuff, because it's good for your brain development too, especially like when you learn, because you obviously you're shooting manually now, right? So learn all those apertures and shutter speed and ISOs and all the other stuff that helps with your brain cognitive function and stuff. So that's good. So keep on doing it.
Thank you, brother.
You only in a little over a year.
Yeah.
There's photographers that have been doing this shit for like 30, 40 years. So imagine what you're gonna look like. Imagine where you're gonna be at then if you keep at it. Yeah,
and it's another thing. Like right now, I can go outside and go mess around with astrophotography and try to capture, like, you know, the black hole, or, you know, the Milky Way, because I'm that into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's so many different type of photographers that I come in contact with, and like some are like, oh, I only like this, or I only like this, and I'm like, I like photography. So like, I'll go take pictures of somebody, I'll go take pictures of buildings, I'll sit outside in the cold and try to take pictures of the stars. And so I master whatever, and it's really like, it's really for me. I share it with other people because obviously you like that, like, you know, I guess I'm one of the only people that use social media to be social. So yeah, I like being social and like talking to other people, having like that group think, like, hey man, like, work on this next time, or see if you can change this. But like, I know it's something there because I haven't felt like this. I'm obviously I'm really strong in how I feel. Like, I haven't felt like this about something in a minute.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you, are you like that with any of your hobbies that you get into? Like, you go all in?
Jaquel can tell you. Like, when I got into fishing, like,
you went all in.
You would have thought I was Guy Harvey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Guy Harvey.
If he's listening.
Shout out to that man.
Definitely listening. It's like, you know, you got the Joe Rogan podcast, and then you have the Public Therapy podcast.
I know. Look, my boss asked me, he was like, hey man, Chris and Ray, are they coming on this week? I said, I mean, we going out there. I have to see if they got time. But I can do, hey, shout out to my boss. If he listening, shout out to that man.
Shout out to that boss. I don't know who the boss is, but shout out to him. No cap. You know the vibes.
Okay.
Oh,
hey
wow.
Guys.
Raven's here.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm here.
Raven.
I'm here. And I was just about to say, because it sounds like y'all are going to do a podcast tomorrow in the morning. And, you know, it's just going to be you two guys. And I was thinking, this kind of sounds like their podcast right now. Like, ooh. So then I was like, what could y'all discuss or talk about that y'all would really be interested in? And then say, dang, I wonder what the woman's point of view would be on this topic. Like, what would be something y'all would discuss?
The cell phones. Bring that up.
What?
Huh?
Cell phones.
What you got?
The code.
Oh, okay.
Why would we bring it?
Yeah, we just had this discussion in the kitchen.
So in the kitchen, my beautiful wife,
I already know some bullshit at the corner.
was using my phone, and she said, your wife asked my wife, does she have the code to my phone?
That is
no.
See,
this story.
See how I was gonna correct it?
This story. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna correct myself,
Go ahead.
but you see how I use that reverse psychology? Now you guys jump right in because you want to prove yourselves right.
Oh, okay.
So tell us what happened, guys.
No, go ahead. Correct yourself first, so we can see if the correction is correct.
Ray asked you, does it make you feel uncomfortable?
Jaquel don't forget shit.
Yeah.
God damn. Go ahead.
Does it make you feel? How does it make you feel, or does it make you feel uncomfortable with me holding your phone the way I was? And you were like, it don't make you feel like nothing.
Yeah, it don't.
And then I said, I don't have the passwords to your phone.
Cause she don't need them.
Oh.
Next.
Oh, Raven has the password to my phone.
Yeah, most of the people that we hang around, they do. But
how they make you feel?
me,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make me feel any type of way. Only because, I was always taught growing up, if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. So there's no reason for me to have it because I feel like Chris doesn't have the mental space to do whatever it takes.
That's a good analysis.
It's a great analysis.
That is a great analysis.
But I hate that phrase.
Oh, okay.
If
You
you
hate
go,
what phrase?
if you go looking for something, you'll find it. Okay,
yeah.
so I found it. So do we not hold the person accountable for what we found?
Of course.
That's a different story, though.
That is a
Of
different story.
course.
That's like why we even talking about that? Not right now. I'm saying like even in that sense, like
because when people say that, it's just like you made yourself mad. Like, huh?
Well, true.
I hate when people say that, like, well, you went through my phone, you made yourself mad because you was looking for something and you found something and you made it something. No.
But that's a different story, though.
No,
That's a
I
different
would
story.
address it.
no.
I would.
okay, and even with that, like in my situation, I can't speak for all guys. Like
Chris, different.
I don't even honestly. When I remember like a younger me, like talking to different girls, even though I might have had somebody like a main girl or whatever, like that is mentally taxing, right? Mm-hmm. And as I get older, I have less time because I'm trying to do more things positively with my life than trying to talk to some female whore.
Yeah, he doesn't have the mental like space. He's always on his phone researching.
Unless it's like a doctor or something like that. If it's a doctor or a lawyer.
It's the girl that was dancing at Prague in the club.
See, Jaquel.
Wait, what? wait, what? Or the girl from the club in Prague?
They had a little.
Shout out to her. For real, is she listening? Shout out to her. I don't call her that, bro. I think she was
mesmerized.
She was a nice young woman.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it was just weird. We was in Prague. It was all like Caucasian folks, and then like this was like the only like close to I think she was black. She looked black. Mm-hmm. So like it was just like, she was up there vibing. We was in a hip hop club. They played no hip hop, and then soon as like they played one hip hop song, Jaquel was ready to leave because I was looking at the girl.
Oh. So why were you looking at the girl?
Because I was drunk and having a good time.
Oh.
You know how you go to the clubs and the girls be up there doing them fast dances?
I'm not allowed to look at
girls.
girls.
Oh, okay. So
she's one of the
was it like a crazy
go girl or something like that?
Okay, because before you explain that, I'm like, damn, was she that fine? He couldn't keep his eyes off her.
That she was like the girl. They got a DJ booth, right? And then they have like a plank almost where they walk out in the middle. And it was a girl that was dancing on. They do the little dance, and like the first girl, she couldn't dance. I was like, "You need to go sit down." And then this chick come out, and she was like actually had some rhythm or whatever. So it was cool, and I was like, "There."
He was literally on the little bridge or whatever, the little balcony or whatever. And he was just like.
I was probably like 10 feet away from her.
And it was time to go, huh?
Oh yeah.
She texted me. She said, "I hope." She said something like, "I hope that this was worth it. I hope she's worth it." And I was like,
your wife texted.
Yeah, and I laughed just like you laughing right now.
I was like, I hope it's worth it. We're leaving at 12:01
after the New Year.
Because
basically I was close your eyes,
aggravated.
bring your ass.
Yeah.
I was aggravated because some drunk dude had fell and spilled his drink all over me. And people was just acting crazy that whole night. And he was too drunk to realize because he was trying to be everybody's friend. So I was like, okay.
Yeah,
it's time to go.
Yeah, it was time to go.
But he was having a good time. He let his guard all the way down, and he never does that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to let him live because I know who he loves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's really what it boiled down to. Like, obviously, she knows me, and she knows how I am. I'm a talkative person. I'm going to talk to whoever I want to talk to. It's up to me to be respectful based on my relationship. But, like, I'm going to say whatever I want to. Right? And that is what that is. Yeah. It's up to me to be respectful to her because me and her got a bond. So back to the phone thing, like, it's all in and again, it's all in how my wife what's her perspective on whatever I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like me, first of all, let's get this straight. I'm old school. I ain't finna say nothing on no damn text message. I'll talk to your face crazy, but I'm never finna send no text message to nobody. That's just not how I roll. So that's that, right? And then the people that I'm talking to, most of the people that I'm social with on social media, like we probably almost, for the most part, I would say the majority of people I talk to, she knows or have knowledge of. There might be like, you know, a few people here and there that she doesn't know. That's because I might have prior relationships with those people, but she doesn't know. And that's that. I'm not about to sit there and give her a laundry list of when I was 6, right? I was met this one girl and like, we was cool. Like we went to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff. And now 2020 we still talk, but like, how you feel about that? Like, I'm not about to do all of that, but like, I think it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't I know my boundaries, and that's what it is. So
Yeah.
How long y'all been married?
Be 5 years in June.
5 years in June. Okay. When did you? What's the day that y'all got married?
June 18th.
He got your password.
I don't.
You do.
And if I do, I don't remember. So how I got it if I don't remember?
Because you always be like, what is it again?
Well, I know what it start with, but like I don't.
I know. You don't go with my stuff without me.
Yeah.
I got you. I understand. It was just a joke. But go ahead. We've been married since June 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up on 5 years.
That's crazy how June 15th seems like it was just yesterday, but that shit was almost 5 years ago. Time is going by way too fast. Before you know it, me and Raven will be married 20 years.
That's a blessing.
Okay, well, shit. Yeah.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yes.
You got your son and your daughter about to graduate college.
Well, shit.
I don't think in 20 years.
College.
20 years?
They
We ain't even.
maybe be in high school.
Oh, so they not about to take accelerated classes.
Oh,
and
okay.
graduate young.
That's where your mind was, because I was
Okay.
thinking, well, damn.
No, I'm just
kids, yeah.
I'll just
we
quick
got
to the
about
jump.
2 more.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just quick to the jump.
Yeah.
I had to
Alright.
correct myself.
Woo.
Yeah.
So y'all, it's almost that time.
For what? For kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just does my heart so much.
She's so
joy.
corny.
I can't wait.
I am not
She's so
corny.
lame.
He just used to always be like, I ain't talking about no damn kids. They don't exist. I don't want to talk about this shit. And now he's like, yes.
I be seeing you on Instagram with holding little babies and stuff
Yes.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
have seen
He's
him
so
lately.
good with other
It looks good.
people's
It looks good
kids.
on you, man.
Yeah.
It looks good. I can see you gonna be a great father too. I can
Yeah,
see.
I got
He named the kids, so I just have to like.
Oh, speaking of names, so when we had the Griggs on, we talked about baby names. Do y'all know? Do y'all have like an idea of what y'all want to name your kids?
Hannah.
Give us your boy and your girl name.
Hannah, Aaliyah,
Okay.
and then Chris Tyler Jr.
Oh, you want to have a junior?
Yeah.
Hannah, Aaliyah. Where'd y'all get that from?
Hannah is her mother's name.
Okay.
She passed when she was young.
Okay.
So that's just paying homage to her.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
did that.
and I came up with
had
that.
nothing to do with that.
And then Aaliyah was my baby. Like when she passed.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like I just
So
Okay.
the artist, the musical
yeah,
artist.
yeah.
Oh,
It just always stuck with me. And I said like that was 2001. Since 2001, I said I was gonna name my baby girl
Aaliyah.
Okay.
So
A
yep.
L I
It is.
Y
A-A-L-I-Y-A-A.
spelled exactly
I
the
forgot
same.
about that
Okay.
song.
Yeah. And every time I see somebody named Aaliyah, I'll be like, bitch, you ain't motherfucker.
All
You ain't
right.
no goddamn.
Hey,
Jeez, you
I
ain't
got
nothing
an
but a
Aaliyah.
whore.
You ain't no motherfucker.
You ain't nothing but a whore.
I ain't say all that.
Don't do
Dang.
that. I know.
See,
an
Chris,
Aaliyah.
I thought I'd take it to level 10. God, dog, boy.
What you talking about?
15, 20.
Yeah.
That was the little edit I throw on there. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
The hell?
He lying?
What?
You gullible.
Baby, it's a joke.
Oh.
I think
Oh,
gullible.
wait.
She's gullible.
I think
Oh, my
everybody was
goodness.
in on the joke except for you. He was like,
Go
baby,
on,
you just said it. You didn't see him say it?
He lied.
He lying. Look at his face.
What you say? You said, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Pookie.
Yeah, but I don't know what we're gonna do if we have two of the same.
Yeah, what y'all gonna do? Yeah, so y'all y'all don't have backup names?
So y'all already said two to max.
I said I'm on the same page as Tone, so I said if we have three, we're gonna have another.
If you have three, you're gonna have another.
Yeah.
So 4
Okay.
kids?
Yeah. So if we don't stop at 2, so you need to learn.
Dang. It's either 2 or 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have an
basically.
even number.
Mm-hmm.
So
We
It's
had that
not really
conversation.
about an even number. I brought it up. We haven't had a discussion. You're correct.
Dang, you
I
go
brought it up.
0 to 4.
But I kind of, I don't know. Like I grew up with 3, so I have 6. It's 6 of us, or no? I
You have 6 other siblings.
Yeah. So my dad had a first set of kids, and then me, my sister, my brother, and we grew up in the house together because the rest of them are like 14 to 20 years older than me. So I was the middle kid. So I was like the outcast because I was mean. I didn't like any of them. I did my own thing. I love them now, but I'm still different. So I want like the middle child to kind of have a person too, because I didn't have anybody I think I could relate to. So I would want to put them in that. And it may not be the middle child that feels that. It can be either one of them, but you know, I want them to have a person.
Shout out to Mr. Larry.
All right, Daddy. I'm
Larry,
still working on your laptop.
That's if he's listening.
He asked for a laptop for his birthday. He don't realize how expensive they are in 2020. So we gotta have that discussion.
I mean, is he tech savvy?
No.
Then you ain't gotta give him an expensive laptop.
He said that he needs to get up to par with technology, and I'm like, we've been trying to do this since we were kids.
Not a
Get him an Acer.
Figure that out.
No, he gonna get this Toshiba that I bought in 2012.
The satellite.
I'm gonna get it cleaned off, and I'm gonna ship that mug to him.
You're like, baby, this laptop don't work no.
He got all types of viruses.
He be trying people.
How he talk?
He's 66, but he
ain't missing the beat. Like Mr. Larry is, he on.
Okay.
He just
shout out to Mr. Larry.
Yeah. Shout out to that man.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the sciatic nerve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We had a long day today.
It was a long day.
Weekend.
So we kind of. I feel it now. Now I feel like I'm dragging at this point.
I don't feel that way. Y'all don't whoop me.
You got a second win?
I was like, okay, shoot. What y'all want to talk about? What's the next subject?
TGI Fridays.
Oh God. Don't
you
go
didn't have
there.
fun. TGI Fridays was a trip.
But we didn't give credit to our actual waiter. He was fine.
He was cool. He was cool.
I mean, I thought he was just a normal looking young man. I wouldn't say he was fine or anything like that.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Are you gonna bring the
Oh.
listeners in on what we're talking about?
Why are you gay?
Okay, so we left London today, and it was
Slight
only
flex.
about
Slight flex.
you know how I do.
Sometimes we just jump in the car.
About 7, 8 o'clock, and we was like, okay, cool. We need to get back to our side of town, and we were like, of course we'll be hungry when we get back. So we look up Five Guys, and it says closes at 10. So we leave about 8:30, get there at 9:30. It was closed. The hours on the door said 9. So we decided to go down to TGI Fridays. We see that the time on the door says 10:30. Cool, it's 9:30. We got time. We walk in. There's absolutely nobody in the restaurant. The waiters are at the front. The damn host, as he's walking up to the door, he checks his watch and then decides to come up and greet us. And everybody just they had an attitude. It was the worst.
Trash.
What about them drinks though?
I ordered a XL margarita, right? Because like, where else do you get a margarita in Europe unless it's like a Spanish country, right? Spanish speaking country. Don't nobody correct me. But so I get an XL margarita, and literally all I taste is the margarita mix. And then as I get to the end of this big ass fucking Kool-Aid pitcher of fucking juice, I taste a fucking hint of Patron or tequila.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, I throw this bitch on the ground. I air this bitch out right now. But I can't.
Is this allowed on the public podcast?
I can't, man. I can't. So I was like, you know what? You older, Chris. You got to do more. You know, your moves got to be more calculated. I said, I'm gonna leave a review on these hoes. Whore.
Yo, and he definitely did. I didn't see the review yet.
You'll see
it was a pretty lengthy review.
And I was waiting. I was gonna say at the end, and you can keep your little funky ass coupon that you're gonna try to offer me after I drag y'all ass. I don't need none of that shit.
Can we read the review? Do you have it?
Yeah, I'll read it. Yeah.
I had a
Can
paradise
I read it?
punch.
And it started out with leaving London or something.
No, I would never curse it because they would just dismiss it
Our
if I
last
cursed.
night in London.
Let me look for travel. What is it called? TripAdvisor.
Yeah, so that visit was absolutely trash, and I don't even feel like the food was worth it. I haven't been to a TGI Fridays in years.
Same.
Years, maybe high school, maybe, because it was never a place that I just was like, oh my god, let's go to TGI. So
I think the only reason why my burger was good was because of that Jack Daniel's sauce that I've loved.
You and this barbecue sauce.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
No.
When's your birthday? June
18th.
Wait, y'all's
I'm a Gemini.
anniversary and your birthday is the same day?
Yes.
Figured it out.
Every year.
no, I thought it was the 15th.
Shut up.
Figured it out.
Shut
June
the fuck up.
2015 is when we got
Oh,
married.
but y'all got married on your birthday?
Yeah, so there's a story behind that.
So you
I
got.
regret it every year.
She couldn't
now
get married
that
since
we
she turned
did,
18,
like-
so you married her on her 18th birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
That makes
I
sense.
was 24.
Pause. Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa.
Me and Chris said, oh,
we got something to talk about.
I had that conversation like they can't hear us.
I know,
so it's
right?
fine.
So I was 24, and while he's looking for the review, I wanted to get married on
my
a
God.
Saturday, and I wanted it to be in June because everything that we did was in June. Like our engagement, we started dating, everything was in June. So I was like, the only Saturday that seemed to be available was June 18th the following year in 2016. Did not know, because we were going to have the actual wedding ceremony, did not know that we wouldn't be together that summer. So I set it up like that so we can get married on the same day the following year and it'd be a Saturday. And it didn't work in my favor. So every year we have to go through the whole, what are you on for your birthday? What are you on for your anniversary? And I'm just like, this sucks, like really bad.
Oh, man.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
But in 2022, it'll be Saturday on June 18th again, so we can do a vow renewal on odd year 7.
Oh. Will we still be here?
I don't even know what your quill
No,
be
we won't
talking
do
about.
it here.
dog.
We'll do it in the States.
Oh, okay.
I plan everything. Chris just follows along.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like, what you even talking about? We finna do a vow renewal on odd. For what?
Chris, babe. Chris and Quill 2020.
Yeah.
That's our Wi-Fi password. Where do you think that came from?
Now people finna break into the goddamn Wi-Fi.
So I'm about to save that in my
We
phone.
gonna change
God.
God damn.
Erase that. Delete all that shit.
it. So where you thought that came from? We talked about this.
Jaquil, okay.
Stop just talking just to talk and actually process what I'm saying.
God damn.
This been happening the
So
whole weekend.
Process what I'm
Stop
saying
talking
so you don't
just to
commit to something that you don't want to do.
Okay, babe.
I
Thank you.
love you.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for
To
your
your
service.
life.
Thanks for your service.
Yes.
Thank you for your services.
Okay, read the review.
All right, so the title by itself, I don't even know if I can get past the title. All right, so I'm about to read. This is Chris
Man,
Alexander's.
don't put my name out there like that, man.
this is Tyler Vision's review.
Tyler
okay?
after Chris.
Tyler after Chris's review. The title of this review is "Bad Representation of an American Staple."
Not American staple.
All right, as we departed London for. I don't know if I can get through this shit. We're gonna make it to an hour today. Okay. As we departed London for the night, we realized that we could.
Come on, get it together, Chris.
You really need to get it together.
I
People
need to
this.
read it.
People
All
need this.
right. I don't know if I can read it. Okay. As we departed London for the night, we realized that we would have to stop on the way home to grab some.
Chris.
What is wrong?
I don't know what's wrong with him.
What?
These people need to hear this, man.
I can't read it because it's so serious.
Yes.
I was mad.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gave them 1 star. So
Terrible.
if he
Make
could
sure
give
you
them a
edit
half a star, he would have done that.
That terrible
What?
Which one is that one?
from Chuck.
Who the fuck is Chuck?
Charles Barkley.
Oh.
Terrible.
I can probably, yeah.
Y'all ready?
Ain't no problem.
Sorry, man.
Ain't no problem.
Okay.
And then you got that Shannon sharp.
Yeah.
So you do that too.
Y'all know I don't talk very loud, so y'all can't talk.
All right,
at
go
the
ahead,
same
go ahead,
time.
man.
She basically said, "Shut the
up.
fuck."
Yeah.
Okay.
As we departed London for the night, we realized that we would have to stop on the way home to grab some food. Our original plan was Five Guys, but misread the closing times on a Sunday. We walked down to TGI Fridays, where we were welcomed by a host who checked his watch as if he was surprised that the door was still open, and a cast from Glee (parentheses) waitstaff close parentheses, who seemed irritated, glared at us that we had the audacity to visit their establishment an hour prior to closing.
Broke boy.
I'll make it short. Our alcoholic drinks that we paid our hard-earned money for literally contained the least amount of alcohol possible. The shrimp pasta I ordered had 5 lukewarm shrimp and an ignorant amount of greens.
Sorry.
That's gonna be the name of the podcast. An ignorant amount of greens.
And an ignorant amount of greens for aesthetics atop of the pasta. No one welcomed us. We were the only people in the restaurant, 4 in total. And the staff acted as if we were a team of inspectors who dropped by last minute to hand out evaluation results. Listen, I get it. As a teenager, I always wanted to go home as soon as I got into work. However, I always provided the customer with an experience because it was my job. If you don't like it, your job that is, pick another one and allow someone with drive the opportunity to take the company higher.
So funky ass out of here.
Signed,
Whore.
Tyler after Chris.
We didn't misread the time. We read it right.
I knew somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
tell him.
We
in
read the
there.
time
I'm
right.
like, no, there was no misinterpretation of that.
Yeah. Page to something totally different pages.
But we damn sure read that TGI closed at 10:30 and walked in there at 9:24, and they was looking at us like we was stupid.
These
Yeah.
are facts.
Yeah. That was a good review. I actually want to go back behind them and make a review my damn self.
Yeah.
Because that 1 star probably got them that. Because you said they were, what, a 3.5?
They was already, no, they was 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Oh,
Yeah.
we about to get
So
that down to a 2.
most English folks that was saying that, like, their sense of urgency is questionable, as well as the wait staff. Some dude was talking about, like, the wait staff and how they seat people. I guess he worked in the industry, so he had an issue with the way that they seated people. But nobody, like, got to the core issue of they're lazy.
Yeah, you saw that one girl. She was just dragging her feet.
Which is cool. I
She
get it.
was
It's
like-
10:30 at night, but, like, I don't know. To me,
It wasn't 10:30. It was 9:30.
Yeah, it was,
We
well, I
because
said by the time
we left and it was
It was still like 10:15.
it wasn't even time to close yet.
Oh, okay.
By the time we finished eating and left.
I don't know. I never understood that when it comes to people that, like, in any industry, and, like, the doors are still open. Like, when we went to JD Sports last night, and the lady, she was like, excuse me, we're closed. I was like, well, bitch, if you would have put down the gate
That's
and
what I'm saying.
established some type of
Roll the gate
barrier,
down a little bit.
I wouldn't have thought that it was open. But you found your little raggedy ass way over here to tell me that it was closed.
I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
You are.
Nah, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Hey, wait
And
till we talk.
Let me throw a disclaimer out. I don't condone any of this.
He says the Public Therapy Podcast does not endorse any of the views of the couple that we have
Expressed in this-
tonight.
I don't
this
support the views
episode.
of Tyler's vision.
Yeah.
Well, I have to come in for my husband's defense, he just loves that word.
What's that?
Bitch.
Yeah, that word.
It's funny.
It's either bitch or the N word.
It's funny when you're not using it in a sense of malice.
Yeah. I never would. I don't think I ever like say. So like first of all, like a dude can be a bitch too. So like it's not like towards a woman, right? Like I could talk to a dude and be like, you a bitch.
So that's kind of crazy because out here, they call their look at the bitch.
Oh, the dog.
The dogs, and it's so funny because it's like we know that's the name of it, but we don't in the States we don't. Oh, look at the bitch! Go get your bitch.
Like the
Like,
donkey.
we don't do that.
Go get your bitch.
And to them, it's just
I
like,
didn't know that.
oh yeah, she's a bitch.
Female dog.
No, I knew it was a female dog, but I didn't know that was something that they did here.
Oh yeah, they
wow.
it's nothing for them. She's a bitch.
Okay.
And it's like,
So they didn't originate here?
Babe,
Okay.
they're over here fornicating under consent of the king.
ooh.
Fuck.
Speaking of the king, tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day.
Don't say that after I said
I
that.
know that's
Crazy.
man.
No, it just reminded me of it. Oh, today it's midnight.
Yeah.
Well, today in England.
It's midnight?
Yeah.
It's 12:03.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
turn
You said
up.
what? What you got to do?
She planned on being in the bed by now.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We here.
in 12 hours. No,
Okay.
24 hours.
Y'all gonna be back in
Deutschland.
Deutschland,
Rhineland Falls.
Yeah.
Rhineland Palatinate.
So, go ahead, Raven.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So tomorrow, y'all already got a topic in mind or something that y'all gonna talk about?
Well, our podcast gonna be our podcast.
I just want to know what
you
y'all
gonna listen to it after we record it.
What y'all? Okay.
Like, wow. We
Why
don't
they
have
gotta
nothing.
be so
we don't have.
secretive? Why?
I don't
There's
think
not a
it's
secret.
secretive.
We
Like-
just gonna get on the podcast and talk just like we did today.
Yeah.
You know what?
Do y'all want to do a girls podcast?
I wish I had Charlemagne's ass. I could show. Y'all some assholes.
We're not though.
Really not.
We
Y'all
don't
were
have.
the way y'all just responded to that.
No, I was,
Y'all attacked her.
No,
we
we
was just
didn't.
letting her
I
She-
know.
feel actually my feelings are hurt.
no, because she was like, it's secretive, and it's like, but what's secretive? Like,
Like
to
Y'all
say,
are trying to be discreet
Well, no,
and
but-
exclusive.
well, we're not. Like, she asked what we're going to talk about, and we're like, we don't know yet, because we're literally going to do the same thing that we did today.
Okay.
Like, me and Chris have had conversations, but what's the point of talking about them now if we're going to talk about it tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah.
so, babe, I told you my feelings were hurt. What you gonna do about that?
Your feelings aren't hurt. Your feelings a lot of times don't really be hurt. You just tell me that your feelings hurt so I can just to see if I'm going to do anything about it. Like right now.
So you're agreeing. So Jaquel does that too.
Yes.
You don't know me.
What?
Raven,
You don't know
what?
me.
My feelings were hurt.
your feelings were hurt, but they're not hurt right now.
How you gonna fix that?
There's nothing to fix if they were hurt and they're not hurt right now.
How you can't tell me how I feel?
I'm not telling you
I'm
how
telling
you
you
feel.
how I feel.
Yeah, you just told me that that your feelings were hurt.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like we had a podcast way back when, and Chris was
We've
just
been
like,
around for a long time.
"Yeah, buddy." So back in the day, Chris was like, Raven said something that really stuck with me, and I remember him saying, because I had said like, when someone tells you that I'm hurt or this and that, you can't discredit that and say, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like you can never, if someone tells you how they feel, you have to take that, no matter what you thought you did or, how you thought you made somebody feel. If they told you what they're feeling, that's how they took it. That's how they understood it. That's what they feel. And you got to just shut down all what you thought and say, damn, they said they're hurt. I must have hurt them. And it's just funny because I remember Chris saying like, I understand that, moving forward, like that was a great point that Raven said this and that. And then sometimes I'll say something, he'd be like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, he ain't even take that and run with it. He said that for the podcast.
Chris,
that's cap.
Same. Chris don't.
He
don't
Chris,
accept
Chris
it.
been capping.
He just say, he'll be like, I know you felt like this, but
Oh,
he
My
like,
intentions were pure.
you don't understand, like, but, and I'm like, Chris, you literally just make me feel shittier because now I'm like, you don't care.
This is about to turn to 2 hours.
Hey, go ahead, wrap it up.
Nah, we not wrapping this shit up. We getting to it.
Cut that out. He don't make me feel shittier. This is the wine talking. No, he just literally, I'll admit, like, he does, like, he'll say but or whatever, and I just like, okay, that kind of like still invalidates how I feel. So okay, it was not your intentions, but you still did it. So what are we gonna do about that?
I just want to ask y'all who's y'all's favorite Black influencer, since y'all won't be here for Black History Month and tomorrow Martin Luther King Day. I don't even know where this came from.
Growing up, mine was my.
Don't try to play us.
I'm not trying to play y'all.
Oh, and I'm playing right into it.
No, but you're not.
No, he actually started with Martin Luther King, and then Ray came with that. Like,
she said her feelings was hurt.
How did we get here?
To the where?
I should have worn my Roots sweatshirt.
You should have, J. Cole.
I got all of them on there. Yeah. Him too.
I would say my
oh my
favorite.
God, with the names?
Yeah. No, I got the faces.
Oh.
And the fro is made of their faces.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would say
Big
my
money.
favorite Black influencer, or just somebody that is influential in the culture. Right now, it would probably be Killer Mike.
Okay.
Killer Mike is like a well-read, well-spoken activist, and I like what he stands for. I like how unapologetically Black he is, but it's not corny or lame. Like, he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man was like, me and my wife about to go to a strip club. I'm gonna throw these dollars, right? But I'm also going to work on this business plan with my wife. I'm also going to, cop this new Hellcat. But we're also going to purchase some land. And me and Tip got a restaurant that we're working on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I love to hear Killer Mike talk.
Yeah.
Like, always. What was that? Team Summit or whatever that summit he did?
Revolt.
Yeah. I know people going to be like, what the hell? But I honestly wanted to hear more of what Candace had to say.
Yeah.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Yeah. They just shut her up because we do that sometimes. Like, us as a people, like, because we disagree with people, we feel like we can just, I ain't trying to hear what he got to say or she got to say. And it's like, she has a story too. I honestly believe some of the stuff, not to go too deep on her, but like, some of the stuff Candace Owens saying is correct, and it's only because being a Democrat, right? Like, being a Democratic voter since 18, just because my parents were Democrat, the people in my cities were Democrats. Like, when you get older and things affect you, what are you a Democrat for? Like, what are their views, and why do you vote Democrat? And if you can't answer that, and it's not to like put nobody, like shame nobody, that's just a real question. Like, they work for us, so like, if you work for me, what the fuck do you do for me, right? Because I'm the one that, our tax dollars are the ones that pay their salaries. Right. So, not saying that Republicans are my savior either, but I'm not just saying Democrat, and you not doing nothing for my folks or people that look like me, people that's in my same situation. Because, especially with me, I got people that's not doing good in my family, right? So, like, I have to work and fight for those guys too. You know what I'm saying? So, when I see somebody like Candace Owens that uses points that are valid because the people that we vote for as Blacks aren't doing the right thing, she right in some instances, right? But also, like, she a cornball because, she working for whatever whoever is gonna listen to that bullshit she gotta say, you know, so it can seem like she's validated because she is black. Like, so it says, oh, this is a black chick, and she's like talking about, you know, the Democrats. So let's put her on TV. And she don't realize she getting played too. But if she got to do that to get a bag, then whatever. If that's how she live, if she can live with that, then do that. But she's not important. What some things that she says are important though. But with Killer Mike, how he was saying, like, everybody got on that show and was clapping and screaming like it was fucking church, because that's what the fuck we do. You want to feel good in the moment, but like when it's time to wrap it up after the fact, when all those emotions gone, did you read any of those books? Did you do any of that research? Right? Because like all of that clapping and screaming and all, like, what is that about if there's no action? You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. Yep. So I think one thing he said, he was like, y'all talking about you want your own country, you want your own this and that. He's like, you motherfuckers can't even grow a goddamn tomato.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot what point. You said something that had reminded me of something. But there was another thing I want to say too. With Candace Owens. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I'm interested in why people are the way that they are. Like, why is Candace Owens the way that she is, and why is Killer Mike the way that he is? I actually listened to Candace Owens on a podcast, and she explained like her upbringing and stuff like that. So I understand why she thinks the way that she thinks. Obviously Killer Mike thinks the way that he thinks, but the way that he was grown. But Killer Mike was raised very well, like by his grandmother and stuff, that. Right? Yeah. So, and not saying that he like privileged, which he was actually he was privileged in a different way than what normal people would consider privilege. He's very well educated and stuff like that. But Candace Owens grew up privileged as well, but in a different way as well. But I've always I don't really care about your point of. I mean, I care about your point of view to it in like from a certain instance, right? But I'm interested in what made you. Why did that come out your mouth? Like, what did you go through for you to think this way? So, like, I never take anything that anyone says personal, because you don't.
Most things you shouldn't.
Yeah, most things.
Most things you shouldn't. Only a few people on this planet like you really should care about what they say. One of them is sitting right in front of you. Yeah. So like, I don't get too crazy behind it. I appreciate somebody like Killer Mike. I appreciate what he's trying to do, his intent. And then for somebody like, cause it's not, you know, I'll give you an example. People be like, oh my God, you know, you see all those black people that was like voting for the president, and it's like, okay, it's 7 billion people on the planet, right? You don't think I think it's 330 million African Americans in the United States.
In America, yeah.
Right? It's 330 million Americans or people in the United States. Maybe 30 million of those are African American, or at least black, or whatever we're going to call ourselves that day.
It's like 17. No, not 17. That's too high. I forgot what the percentage is.
I think it's 30, bro.
It's 30%?
No, not 30%. I think it's 30 million.
I'm thinking about percentage wise.
Yeah. So with that many people, if it was 1 million people that thought different than me, that doesn't define me. It's 30 million people, right? If 1 million people think whatever the hell they think, that's cool. That don't do nothing. That don't change nothing. Yeah. That's them. And that doesn't do anything to hurt how I feel or to change how I feel. And I think in this moment that we're in, this weird moment where, you know, everything is captured via social media, podcasts, vlogging.
I'm sorry.
I mean, all this kind of social media, but like all of this digital era, I think it's important to realize that just because you see a bunch of comments that say one thing, that don't mean that is what it is, and that's in any situation, right? if I see a bunch of people under the Public Therapy podcast saying ill things about y'all, but I know I've been with y'all, I don't have to believe that because I know that. I know how y'all move.
Gang, gang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone just went gangster.
I have never seen that out of her. Like, that was wow.
Yeah. She is definitely a clown chaser, though. She's out there chasing the clouds. It's crazy.
She's chasing the clouds.
Yeah. She got no cap. And speaking of cap, shall we go ahead and cap this or like?
Yeah, we should cap it.
Yeah, man. Let's wrap this shit up then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like church. You hit the sweet spot, and then people gonna be like,
I don't know what church you go to.
What?
Because we don't
"Nah,
know
you
that sweet
you
spot.
want the pastor be like, I won't be in front of you long. I won't be before you long."
Yeah.
And then we go another hour
Yeah.
or so? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But the
Like,
new
I
pastors,
am
they be
tired.
like,
He be like, give me 12 minutes. And you
"That's all
outta
he
here."
he only preached
Oh
for 12
no!
minutes."
Like whenever he be like trying to wrap it up,
Oh,
give me like 7 more of your minutes.
Some of your minutes.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Chris, like you said earlier, you need to go ahead and start your own podcast. Come up with a name. What's the name? Did you want to give it now or do you want to give it later?
I think I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna wait. But what we talked about yesterday, that was dope. I appreciate that. I make sure I shout you out.
Don't worry about me.
If you listening,
Yeah, if you listen.
Yeah. So, Raven, you did a little bit of vlogging this weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those that do follow us on YouTube or that are subscribed to us on YouTube, and if you're listening to this, please go and subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll have a vlog up hopefully by next weekend. This vlog and this video and podcast will be out on Thursday. What else we got going on?
That's about it.
Okay. So Instagram page is Chris. What's your Instagram?
Personal page is Tyler after Chris. Don't follow that unless you want to see what I really be on. And then if you want to live in my fantasy world, Tyler Vision Photography. That's where I post all my pictures at.
Yeah. Jaquel, you want to shout out your Instagram or your social media?
nah,
You don't care? You don't care?
it'll be in the feed
It'll be-
because I had underscores and all types of shit.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What is your? Oh yeah, Miss. Okay.
Miss Quill, Alex.
Yeah. Well, you just shouted yourself
Yeah.
out. Well, there you
Figure it out.
Yep. And y'all know where to find us at the Public Therapy Podcast. So, anything else y'all want to give? Any alibis? All right. Okay.
I'm probably not gonna accept because mine is private. So
Okay.
I don't know you people.
I don't fuck with y'all. So, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So we got one more. Y'all have one more day. We got tomorrow. Taking y'all to the airport tomorrow. So we'll kind of pretty much wind it down at this point.
I'm not going to the gym with you in the morning.
Okay.
He's sleeping in.
Whew, he makes sure to throw that in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want that recorded.
Okay. I'm glad you told me now because now I can just wake up and go.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to be back before y'all wake up in the morning.
Cool.
That way we can go and get breakfast popping and stuff.
Cool.
Thanks for that again.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, we don't have no meat, but I think as they'll be open, we might just have a meatless breakfast tomorrow.
We do it all the time.
We're about to have milk and cereal and milk. You never heard that song?
No.
Whore. All right. So, no alibis or anything like that. Do y'all have anything else?
No alibis. Boy, if you don't get your...
Give out what? Come on, say it.
Nope.
All right, then. This is episode 26 now.
Yeah.
All right. It's been another episode with the Public Therapy Podcast with your host, Chris.
Right.
All right. Peace.
Quill.
And Quell and Tyler. Chris Tyler.
Man.
All right. Bye, y'all.